Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Reus 2, where today we are just pushing really hard on prosperity, right? There's nothing to do except try to make it to 500. So, to that end, I guess let's meet some city requests. So we need 11 wealth and 18 population over here. We only need 16 wealth to pop the City of Gold, and we have this ringsmith, and if I'm not mistaken, we have not yet built our diamond, right? We re-rolled to make sure we got it. So plus 100 gold for each distinct gem bioticum in this biome, which I think is like a bunch. The question is just, where does it go? I guess it would, yeah, like it's okay to put it here. We don't have any level 3 slots available. No. Alright. Yeah, let's, maybe just upgrade the slots right here. Okay, well, hold on. So you want to be next to a set of gem and predator. You want to be next to a gem, that's easy enough to arrange. You would like to be next to an animal and currently aren't. You want to be next to distinct adjacent gems. This is a gem. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is maybe we do an upgrade on this. Tuck the diamond in here. Put the turquoise there. Replace this topaz with an animal. And just move the topaz over. I think that probably makes sense. Do we have a good predator for this purpose? You'd like to be next to critters and predators. Yeah, Sandcat's not a critter. The birds... Oh, no, wait, sorry, it's not a critter, it's a predator I'm looking for. The Sandcat would work fine, then. Because, yeah, we're just looking for a predator. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So let's put something down that has a pretty meaningful science output. And capture the area. We don't really have, actually, very many things that are good at this. I could overwrite this temporarily with a plant. I guess that would be okay. Alright, you come over here and just put down a sagebrush for a second. Alright, then we throw an upgrade charge over top of this. We replace this with a Sandcat. And then we put the Jasper back down because the Jasper does want to exist. Oh no, wait, not Jasper. What did I just move? We have Jasper already. It was Topaz that I just moved. So put the Topaz down here. Then we go Diamond. And I mean, this is going to be a horrifying amount of wealth, right? Truly incredible. I mean, if this does it, there's no reason we have to put down the other thing right away. Yeah, see, this is interesting. Royal Jewel is back up at 3 value because there are 3 gem tags on this diamond, even though it only has 2 mineral biotica next to it. So the word distinct again here is being used in a way that's not super clear or consistent with other things. We are definitely going to go over 50 wealth from this, so we don't have to put down the turquoise right now, and maybe it ends up being better to use it somewhere else. But in terms of increasing our total prosperity, this is the place where it makes the most sense to put it. It's just we also definitely need to make sure we get the other villages upgraded, right? So, while we're waiting for that, I guess we can go and look at... Oh, Great Dune Oasis doesn't even have its level 4 down. So 25-25 for each mineral within borders, plus 100% for each distinct energy bioticum. I don't think we have much in the way of... Oh, well, okay, we have the lignite. Yeah. So we don't have great stuff. We also don't have the most taiga drafts available. Are you still... Okay, you're finishing. Let's, we don't have the most taiga biotica available, so let's definitely take this draft to the taiga. Also, we're required to by the game rules, so that's a good reason to do it, I suppose. And we have so many rerolls, y'all. So the options here are Mineral Thing, Medicinal, or the Blast Furnace. Great big metals. None of which are satisfied by what we're looking at here. Granite's a little closer. But yeah, we're looking for platinum, right? There it is. Platinum is a metal. 15 gold for each rugged in the biome. How many times? Right now, 15. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. And obviously, there's probably ways that we can nudge that upward. It's the wrong button. Then on top of that, it gains percentage gold for each gold in adjacent distinct biotica. This is a predator that'll put more ruggedness in. This is a gem. Will produce a reasonable amount of money. So, yeah, I feel like this is probably the pull, and we just go for the extra, the blast furnace. Well, sorry, the blast furnace is measuring. Right, we're looking at science here, not gold. We do need some gold. In fact, we need more gold than we need science. But in the end, this is actually very bad. If we do the if we do that thing, the power plant actually then probably makes the most sense. And we'd be drafting for an energy bioticum, which we haven't actually seen yet. Okay, nor are we going to, apparently. Plus 50 science and 1 rugged for each distinct adjacent predator. Huh. I'm pretty bummed out, actually, at the number of rerolls we had there. And I am definitely considering buying more draft charges here. Alright, we're going to have to take what we can take on that draft. I should have just taken the platinum, but, you know, y'all saw. Well, silver is a metal and a gem. And I think that's what we're taking. Unlocks the peat, which is not very exciting, the rowan, which is not very exciting, and the sulfur, which we will absolutely use. And our next draft charge is just going toward the taiga anyway, so I think I am going to go power plant, even though we don't yet have the energy biotica. We will get there. And this does have a good base yield here. Oh no, we do have an energy bioticum. Oh, because I put the lignite down already. Right. Okay, so that's not bad. We just got 600 points of yield right away. Where is this going to end us up? I think it's going to get us either over or real close. No, I think over. It's going to get us to 40 industry. So we just need to gain a little bit of wealth, and then we can do another pull. So yeah, let's do that. So extra money for each science and adjacent biotic. Where do we want to put this down? Probably close to the lignite. You want an adjacent mineral. You don't care terribly about what it is. But like this thing definitely wants to be... It wants to be adjacent to 4 things that are producing science. For sure. Yeah, it being in the copper space actually would be really good. Or it being adjacent to the copper, I mean. If I could put it down here... We could redesign things a little bit. If I put the silver down in the spot where the sugar beets are now, it would reduce the total prosperity of this city by quite a lot. As much as this is like a thing that's kind of working against our goals in this biome in a lot of ways, it is also responsible for like 10 points of prosperity by itself. That's really hard to argue with. All right, do you have all of your patches full? You don't. Okay. We can put down something over here, too. A sunstone would like to be next to plant and animal and won't be. So that's not terribly exciting. Yeah, everything kind of wants to be near an animal. We can put down a desert tortoise, which is adjacent to one barren thing, but just the one. Yeah, man, this saffron is not even, it's not even kind of on all the way. The turtle itself is not barren, so it doesn't really play well with the saffron. You're not barren either. This is quite a lot of gold, probably. Animals within the entire biome. It loses a bunch of its stuff if there's 3 plants. Well, right now, there's not. Right? Yeah, right now we only have 2 plants in the whole biome, so... It would not be terrible to use the falcon to push this city over. It produces a lot of extra wealth, and I'd rather have the wealth in this city than this one, where it's taking 75... Or I'd rather have the gold in that city than this one, where it's taking 75 gold to produce each point of prosperity. So, what we might want to do here, actually, is insert an expander. You're pretty disinterested in expanding. But yeah, if we drop down an expander, we can get extra spaces open for the saffron. It is next to this redstone, which is a little awkward. But I can buy myself a little extra science right away. We can fix, whatever else. And then we can expand out and find a good place to put down the falcon, which is certainly going to be welcome. We have just enough biodiversity to get away with it. I think I'm going to do that. Do I have a split charge right now? I don't. We can afford one. I think I'm going to drop it right here and let them expand naturally instead of doing it inside the city borders. I don't know. Maybe that's foolishness. All right. So, where I really want to place this is like here, right? Because we want to put it in a spot where it's not pissing off the saffron, basically. And it doesn't care about what is adjacent to it. I guess it is worth noting we don't really have a ton of value on the animals in the biome, so it's not... The falcon's not going to be amazing. but it's certainly not bad. And then we'd like to have the jackal in the same patch. I mean, I don't really want to build over this. Do we have a mineral that is barren that fits here a little bit better? Okay, the carnelian. Or the mudcrack. Carnelian's pretty poor payout. The mudcrack would at least be giving us the extra biodiversity. Yeah, I think come over here and fix this so that we're getting the maximum payout from the saffron, which I do think is worth the effort. We don't need it for the project, but we do need it for general prosperity. And it is, of course, a very cheap fix. Okay. So now we want to expand into some new spaces. You don't currently have anything empty on that side. So we should be able to convince them to reach out here. Doing so is going to involve actually putting something in this space, so we need it to be something that counts as barren. Or rather, something that literally is barren. I don't know what I'm talking about when I say counts as. So a sandcat here is not horrible. Is this the best barren option we have? Yeah, we don't have a lot of desert plants at all. I guess the carnelian actually will be relevant. We'll be removing a little bit of value and biodiversity from the Gem King by putting down a second copy of it. But we can afford the hit. And it'll provide pretty decent resources if we do in fact want to put down, you know, an animal next to it. But I guess where I'd actually want to put the animal down, well, you only need three empty spots. The problem is that because of the way patches work, like if I want to be able to leave all the space open for you, yeah, if I could upgrade this spot and that spot to tier 3, that would be really nice. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. So I think I'm going to be upgrading this patch instead, and we're going to just have to really make the city stretch for it. How much gold do you actually need to finish your project? Like 19? Does the cat get us there? The cat gets us there. I'm just gonna throw this cat down. We're gonna wrap this project, and we'll worry about maximizing the prosperity of this area later. Okay. Yeah, I'm like getting a little ahead of myself. I want to make sure all of our projects are finished. So we got another draft charge. We have to spend it on the taiga, so let's go ahead and do so. Given access to the platinum again, and it is certainly very good. And we ended up taking the thing that would prefer for us to find energy. We don't have access to any energy. The moose produces a ton of food, and we do need a ton of food, but we have some stuff we can pull in the Savannah. I think we're going to be okay on that. So I think maybe it is okay to just take the platinum. The platinum plays pretty well in terms of just like generating a large amount of resources. But it is more valuable to generate the moose resources, right? We slightly prefer gems for the purpose of generating the extra biodiversity and whatnot. It's true that we might not be able to play a moose. And we don't have a ton of plants in our... Yeah, the moose is wrong. Let's take this. But for the same reason that these sugar beets are actually like very compelling for Great Dune Oasis, a moose would also be kind of interesting. Okay, let's get this going. So, we are doing an okay job with you. We want to add distinct sets of distinct plant and herbivores. Right now, we definitely have 4 different herbivores at least, so we need to add more plants. Plus, we did unlock some cool plants here, right? We have access to the amaranth. We haven't used it yet. And as such, we haven't used marula or yams. Plus 2 for every science and adjacent plants. It's a little weird. So we're probably going to want to end up putting down the amaranth like here, I think. You just want to be adjacent to an animal. So yeah, come over here, bring me some creatures. You'd like to be adjacent to another Savannah herd. Okay. I think I'm going to upgrade this patch. Because we do want to keep our Egusia around, right? We do need this. So let's put something down over here. We got a gazelle. And then also... Can I get more than 30 food yield out of... I mean... I can put down a pretty decent zebra. Yeah. And then we'll want to put some kind of Savannah herd here. Or sorry, we'll put some kind of herbivore there. Which we will. Throw down an impala, which I don't know that we have, right? Because you're a gazelle. Yeah. That's biodiversity plus distinct pairings and whatnot. Yeah, so we'll put down an impala here. Oh no, border expansion. Shit. I wish there was something I could do about this. They're going to expand it wrong. Yeah, there's nothing I can do, right? I want the border to expand the other way. Well, okay. I just got enough money to buy the expansion charge. So let's... see if we can get it to happen before they... Oh, no, not that button, sorry. I don't know if I'm going to get it to happen before they kick in. I don't really want them to expand that way. Yeah, I'm just going to do it here to be safe. Okay, it turns out we would have had plenty of time. So I'm going to overwrite this zebra real quick. I don't know what with. A gazelle, I guess. Just, yeah, something. Something that's not eating a bunch of biodiversity. Okay, over here. We put down a zebra. Then we put down another zebra. Then like a gazelle. They're having some problems. Okay, then... another impala? So I'm just trying to max out Savannah. Oh, no, that's right. You only need 3. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, so I'm locking in the maximum value on this patch that I can. Let's do the upgrade slots here. Alright, give gives us back all that biodiversity. Ooh. Super booster on that slot, huh? Well, I gotta tell you, my plan there was to put down the amaranth. We don't have a huge amount of plants, I suppose. Maybe it's... Now that we see that super booster, maybe it is better for this to be the secretary bird. The thing is, like... Maybe it's just a wildebeest? So that's 80 food. The amaranth would be 75 right away, and we could probably drive it up more later. Yeah, I mean, it's better instantly. We need more drafts, that's for sure. I'm a little reluctant to buy them just because, you know, we end up needing a lot of resources and we don't always have them. But like, we should probably take a draft. Okay, let's figure out what we want to do. Which resource is it? So like, the way we're going to be buying Eon, I could probably buy 2 Eon with tech before we're out of the ability to spend tech on Eon anymore. Yeah, that looks about right. We'll probably never be able to spend tech on Eon again as the cost keeps going up. So let's also buy a draft charge with it. We'll take this draft in the Savannah. And we're just looking for something that produces lots and lots of food and or money. We unfortunately pulled a lot of science draft here. Spotted hyena is just not very exciting. And I guess that means maybe it is lemongrass. Lemongrass gives us a gem we don't have access to yet. Millet, which is okay as food. And the lemongrass is like... It's not going to be the best plant ever. We don't have all that many grass biotica. But... Science is definitely this city's low value, right? So the lemongrass is going to get us a lot of actual prosperity. Yeah, you know, I don't hate that. Let's take it. It's good stuff all around. It's just not going to help with completing Huntress City. So... the millet will produce some good value. Thing is, I still want to place some amaranth too. Putting the lemongrass down here and getting maximum value will benefit an amaranth placed here. The amaranth is grass, so that'll benefit the lemongrass. Like, we already have some elephant grass, and we're going to place millet here as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad. And what's your science at? 3, so you are going to get a wild amount of total prosperity from this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Well, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? Before I actually make that choice, let's do the upgrade over here. So once again, the best way to do this upgrade is to slap down 2 zebras and max them out on each other. I don't know if that's what we will do, but it would be pretty good. We can get an awful lot of money out of a serval as well. Yeah, if we put the serval down here, the amaranth and the lemongrass, and then the millet on the other side. Actually, it doesn't matter where we put it. It'll max out its camouflage either way. That's pretty cool. And then once we've done that, we still haven't placed a secretary bird, and we're going to get some of our biodiversity back. We're going to want to replace something here with the spinel. We don't have another tier 2 slot. How many upgrades do I have? I have 6 upgrade charges. We're spending a lot of them here. I think that's reasonable. This is going to be a powerful ecosystem, all told. So, yeah. All right, let's put down some stuff in here. I don't know how much I want to mess with it. Secretary bird's not going to be amazing. We don't really have a lot of other birds down. We have like the guinea fowl. We do have parakeets available. Well, we have a sand grouse. And then that might be the only other one. It is indeed. Although we did get access to a pretty good bird for this area, which we might use later. So all that told, like everyone is 70 points of relevant resources, 70 points of good resources. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna spend a lot of our upgrade charges over here. So if we go zebra, just to really max things out. Zebras want to be adjacent to herbivores. So we just put down some random herbivores nearby, and it doesn't matter what they are. In part because they're both getting replaced anyway. Alright, I like this. I like the way this is stacking up. So I want to see what boosters these generate before I lay down any of my 3s. Alright, so Savannah herd to the max. And then legicize these wonderful zebras, get back all my biodiversity. And in fact, we are going to gain so much more. Okay, so we only got 1 booster. I think it does make sense, not for Huntress City, but for general prosperity purposes, for it to be the lemongrass. So let's put down the lemongrass. And then we want to put the amaranth down in the same row. Alright. Rhinos continue to gain sanctuary. And we're getting like mad science output as well, which is really, really wonderful. Then we want to put the millet down somewhere. It wants to be adjacent to at least 1 undergrowth, which it is easily. I also would like to put down the serval. It's just like it's a lot of easy biodiversity on top of 150 gold. All right, yeah, 2 points of camouflage is really good. Okay, so where are we at on total yields here? All right, that's going to push us up really high. That was a lot of points of tech. Jeez. Yeah, we're at 359 on our overall prosperity already, and we still have Eon left. Haven't even started looking at our micros. And our cities are a lot better balanced this time, which I think is important. Fried chicken. How good is fried chicken? 3 points of population. Really good, actually. Okay, this does push us over 25. Rad. And then we just have to gain a little bit of food, which might be handled through trade. Everybody's running around trading everything to everybody. Okay. Cool. Look at all of the prosperity. So, you're a trade mission. You're also a trade mission. I don't think we're going to get another free expansion, which would likely do the job. Because we do have just like an Impala sitting out here. Let's So you're producing 5 points of sanctuary. Like getting a secretary bird down somewhere. Replacing, honestly, like we could just replace the serval with the secretary bird, which is already getting what, like 3 charges. Yeah, and then we could still put the serval down somewhere else. The thing is, the secretary bird doesn't need to go anywhere in particular, which really makes me feel like it should go in a new slot. But obviously, we're talking about spending another upgrade charge there. I guess it's probably not that big of a deal. And if it finishes the quest, we get the upgrade charge back. Like, we might not be able to get them to expand naturally. But I don't mind purchasing an expander at this point. We have a fair amount of extra tech. So if we were to do this, we have the biodiversity to do the double zebra thing again. Which feels, I mean, it's so much extra resources. Yeah, nothing else comes close with tier 1s. I would have to replace the millet temporarily, but that's not a big deal. I am gonna do it. Because we want to replace these, we want to put down herds in those spots, obviously. Gazelle. And Impala. Then we just upgrade over these. We replace our lost millet. Big food output, interesting. So I wasn't going to put the bird here. I was going to put a plant here. Because, like, the amaranth is still not leveled up all the way. But with that being a big food boost, I guess it could be like a marula or a yam or something. Yeah, we don't have great science. We do know that we intend to put down a bird adjacent to this. I think this is probably marula and the secretary bird up here. Yeah, and then we buy a booster. Okay, there they go. Having put down the marula gets us there because it improves the amaranth before they even expand over the slot. But this is good, and when they expand over the slot, obviously it's going to be high value to us. Hey, do we have any trees? Do we have anything that counts as a tree? We don't. That's kind of funny for the parakeet. Like, I literally can't make the parakeet good. But we are strongly incentivized to play our parakeet now that we have a secretary bird. Well, I guess it's each other bird bioticum on the planet. It's not each distinct. So actually, we could just, like... There's a lot of stuff we could do. We could just place a bunch of guinea fowl all over the desert or whatever, you know? It doesn't have to be different ones. And even with it only firing twice, it's still like a decent slot. Alright, there we go. Look at all of that yield. Oh, we actually... Right, I forgot about the safari guidepost. I totally did, but the bird is the fourth distinct predator. That's extremely rad. Okay, well that's all gonna count up for a while. We are going to be well into the 400s here. Steam turbines. We have some good inventions going. You invented something new. Was it cool? No, you're still inventing it. It's okay. The power of humans to make healthy thing unhealthy is astonishing. Okay, yeah, it's 3 points of prosperity. That's not too bad. So now we've got all of our projects done, all of our easy sources of prosperity from finishing projects similarly done. We need to figure out how to continue gaining wealth. So you want there to be critter biotica in this biome. They don't need to be distinct. So the fact that we have rabbit stoat at both ends of we have rabbit and stoat at the ends of both of these cities actually solves that problem right there. How advanced are advanced tools? Okay, they are only 2 points of prosperity. I mean, it's good. It's still good. So, can you expand naturally still? Exploring more is worth it. Yeah, they only have 5 minuses. I think placing stuff down over here is going to get them to expand, and we know Wildgate won't expand to cover. So, if we upgrade these patches, I would like to put down a Stellar Sea Eagle, and I mean, I kind of want to put down a Platinum. The downside of this, obviously, is that this is not a very good spot for treasure. We'll be adding a mineral and a predator to the biome, so we are going to get a lot of extra rugged. But yeah, you're going to be surrounded by like the very lowest value stuff that we have. And we don't really have a lot of great gold producing things for this biome in the first place. The platinum's actually kind of difficult to max out. The priceless is going to be good, at the very least. I mean, if I could put down 2 platinums, that would be pretty awesome. We do, it's worth noting, also actually have to find the rest of the biodiversity, because we're not ready, biodiversity-wise. Yeah, that's a problem. We have a draft available. Do I want to... I think I want to pull Taiga, just looking for more stuff that produces gold. Well, the white birch is itself a tree. We could pick up black bears. Black bears are pretty fun. Red cardinal's another bird, but it's not a bird we'd be likely to play. I'm kind of thinking of taking the white birch. Potash is a good, solid 1-star element to put down. We have to be thinking in terms of not playing the apex, right? Because we're already a little biodiversity starved. So the potash is good and solid. The crossbill we probably will not end up playing because we probably will not be building any white birches. If we could build white birches, if we did get somehow enough biodiversity to do this and the platinum, I think it would be a really strong contribution. Granite gets an awful lot of money, but yeah, again, like, we're just not going to be able to play whatever the apex is that we draft. I think we're going to take the white birch. Alright, so. This Labradorite is on a super booster. And I can't help but notice that it's not getting Gem King. I guess we have Labradorite somewhere else. I wish that was a little easier to, to figure out. Okay, I never did put down the turquoise, but I should. At this point, I think this is worth 5 eon for sure. It'll be turned all the way on. We'll get all the mystery. Mystery is worth 8 gold each. And it increases the value of the diamonds as well. And increasing the value of the diamond increases the value of the ringsmith. So that's just going to be some free prosperity. And I'm kind of thinking, I'm looking at what we have left in terms of total resources. And I'm wondering if it makes sense to buy another expansion charge to give us more room to play with in the taiga. Go like expansion charge, Eon limit boost, and then we're done spending population. Because I'm not going to start another city, obviously. I think I'm cool with that. So let's... I think I'm going to put this border expander down inside of Great Dune. The thing is, if I put something down outside of Great Dune, I bet I can get them to naturally expand, and then we can do that. And we can get a ton of extra room inside the city. So, what's that thing going to be? I'm trying to find a good place to put the taiga. Taiga wants there to be gold in the adjacent biotica. We're probably going to put down the silver in... Well, no, we're not. Sorry, what am I talking about? Money. Or, biodiversity. Sunstone can help with the biodiversity. So I'm thinking, like... We could do that. So you want to be next to a plant and an animal. Trying to imagine like the cluster of things we're going to build. The animal could very easily be the stellar sea eagle, which doesn't care about its adjacencies. It just needs for the critter biotica to exist. And then that'll be a good thing to be next to the platinum as well. So sunstone also wants to be next to a plant. This can be the spot that's away from the... facing away from the platinum. So if that's the case, we want... like, plant... bird... then the sulfur goes here. The... platinum goes there, so it's getting access to both of those really good things. And then we want to fill up the other side of it. So if I'm putting something down here, and then I'm inserting stuff to the right of it, this is potentially the other stuff. And the potash is probably actually a pretty good pull for that. Because it's going to be adjacent to... it's going to be adjacent to the sunstone, and it's going to be adjacent to the silver. So let me throw down a potash here, see if the city wants to expand naturally. If they do, we insert the thing right here, gaining this city a total of 3 patches, and then we go to work on getting the value out of this this platinum. We still have 6 upgrade charges. Alright, tell me that gets your attention. Not enough. You'll get there first. Okay, if we put down another thing, it might push them over. So what do we want this to be? We want it to be a mineral that produces a fair amount of gold. The labradorite is actually a good call here. It will produce its maximum value and the extra biodiversity, and it has a loss tag, which is, I don't know how relevant it is, but it's, I mean, it's always good, right? And it will remain adjacent to those animals, so. Okay. That is enough to call the border out. Good, good, good. And we still have enough Eon, like, we have room to play with here. We have a lot of unspent wealth. We could even pull a draft with our remaining science if we feel we need to. So I don't want to make the thing happen until they push the border out. And unfortunately, oh no, I was going to say, unfortunately, there's no fast forward. But that's not true at all. There is absolutely a fast forward. Isn't that nice of them? Alright, watch your feet. Hey, that's in the slot I want to put my ridiculous bird. But I want to do upgrade charges first. So we're at the point of the game where it's probably not a good idea to... it's probably not a good idea to lay stuff over and really maximize value because we're just really short on Eon. And we want to make sure we have enough to paste everything down. So I think I'm just going to throw down the 2 upgrade slots. And maybe I'll be proven wrong about this, but I think this is right. I think it's right that we want to just throw stuff down. We don't want to go to the effort of legacizing. Aw, for a second I thought the animal booster was hanging around. I was like, that'll be so good. All right, so the stuff we're doing. I was thinking a sunstone. Is it better to just do the nephrite? Actually, it reduces complexity a little bit. Oh, the sunstone's getting us biodiversity, though. I was trying to make my way to another, obviously, to another point of, another apex. Yeah, and this gives more than we'll get even with the Gem King on the nephrite. If you could come over here and plant, please, a Stellar's Sea Eagle, which will also, in addition to just being good here, will generate extra value for the Secretary Bird. We are going to want to... Oh, well, that's... I should probably be... I should be letting the planet run out and then buying Eon, right? Because we know how that can generate some extra value. Alright, what's the best plant we have to put down? Well, it turns out all the good plants require biodiversity, but actually I pushed up so much higher on biodiversity than I thought I was going to. So you want to be adjacent to at least 2 bird biotica. We could trade out the rabbits, right? We have bird critters now that will love being next to a tree. Yeah, that rules, actually. Oh, wait, hold on. We should move you over here, but we should consider, do I want to like build anything over anything else before we put down another thing? Because if we want to change something, we can kind of do so for free right now. Is there any place where that is like, where it's really obvious that I want to make a change? The Carnelian's really doing actually quite well. Okay, the double gazelle thing is not right. So we don't know, does the Amaranth both get payout from plants that are in the biome but in other cities. So you're 30 food right now. This Igusi would be almost as much total resources for this city, but then also, if it also provides value to the Amaranth, like, that's a no-brainer. And then you're 30 food, and food is the low value here. Well, actually, tech is the low value here. So can we do something here that will provide, like, an interesting amount of science? I guess it would probably be a plant giant thing if we could. So let's see how the plant giant feels about it. Yeah, Raptor Queen's starting to get pretty live. The elephant grass won't be very good. Putting down more grass does just produce more herbal flavor, parentheses 1. So, do I want to just put down something that is a grass, even if it's not great? In this slot, you would be adjacent to 0 animals. That feels a little too not great. An African violet here is not worth a ton of money. It gets us biodiversity, but I actually don't think I care about that. Yeah, and the okra's kind of a weird fit as well. Does it make sense to put down just like a bird? Gazelles do produce kind of a lot of food for a tier 1. But a bird is, any bird I put down is 70 value. So there's no need to do a parakeet for biodiversity. I think I probably just replace this with a guinea fowl. It's it's less food for this city, but it produces a bunch of free resources for the other city. And then we might be good, honestly. So it's not unreasonable to put down a plant here, obviously, like continuing to push the amaranth. The amaranth could gain 1 more value. I don't want to lose a predator, though, and if we don't have 2 wild dogs, it's kind of hard to justify having 1 wild dog. I guess I'm not going to stress too much about optimizing this. Or rather, you know, I don't know for sure that it would be more optimized to make a change. I think it's pretty good how it is. So we might be ready to just move on then. Alright, the Topaz and the Jasper are both benefiting from Merchant Spirit. I don't think we want to mess with this stuff at all. No, probably not. Okay, so yeah, let's come over here and drop the white birch. And we'll effectively get 2 of the Eon for free. Then we'll buy some more. And it's looking more and more like we're going to hit 500 without even spending our without even spending any of our micros, which is wild because we have a lot of emblems and we have 2 micro charges. Like, we're definitely making the 500. And I'm not going to attempt to optimize this beyond that. When we get to the 500, we will take it and tap, I think. Alright, so that causes an explosion of value in everything around the platinum and also, obviously, in the platinum. Yeah, not bad. Not bad extra yields. So let's definitely buy more Eon. We are not done here yet. Inventions still occurring all the time. We have some pretty cool stuff to invent. I hope they invent something with the very expensive platinum I just put down. Come on, show me something cool. Are you gonna show me something cool? It takes them a while. Fertilizers. Oh, wow, Potash, why are you so good? In addition to just being like one of the best tier ones, or one of the best 1-star products we've ever seen, especially non-Apex, it produces a trade good that has multiple points of prosperity on it. That's just bananas, really. Honestly, absolutely bananas. Okay, so we need to generate 22 more points of prosperity. We don't have any open slots in any of the cities anymore. You might be able to be pushed into an expansion without having to spend a border expander. And if we were gonna do that, what is it that we would use it for? I mean, we could put down a falcon. A falcon and a jackal, maybe, like... Those are pretty okay. Just drop an upgrade charge here and go falcon, jackal. Obviously, another diamond would be really strong, and the diamond is only getting a flat 10 yield from Merchant Spirit, so I wouldn't mind losing it. So the question is, can we push the biodiversity up a couple of points? We do have all of our gems already represented. A sunstone, though, can produce the amount of biodiversity that we need by itself, and we do not have sunstone in this biome yet. So if I like dropped an upgrade charge here, we put down a sunstone there, and then planned to put the diamond here, and we just put any old plant and animal nearby, that would produce a lot of extra value. Right now, unfortunately, like, the value of gold is somewhat limited, right? And the ringsmith is only going to count one of the 2 diamonds. So we're not going to be able to produce super efficiently, but we're still looking at, you know, 900 gold. Something in the neighborhood of 900 gold. Which we can expect to be like 10 prosperity. Do I think we have another single bioticum we could drop that would be worth 10 biodiversity? Especially without having to like do more border expansion or anything? I don't think so. Yeah, let's go for this. So, Sunstone. Sorry, slot's not upgraded yet. I might upgrade this patch too, who knows? So these are things we are currently getting biodiversity from. So I don't really want to mess with them. We are going to have to buy more Eon for this plan to work. Quite a bit more Eon, in fact. I was really hoping for a booster. But, like, Sunstone. Oh, I can't buy more Eon. I have goofed. Shoot, I didn't realize we were at this point already. Well, okay. So, things we can do. First of all, creeks. We could lay down a creek between the millet and the amaranth. We could lay down a creek next to the marula. Lay down a creek next to the lemongrass. That's probably the winner. Oh, hey, you did a border expand. You expanded to grab the gazelle instead of the sunstone, which is more... Okay, you expanded toward the larger amount of total value. I get that. And it's value of the resource that gets you more stuff. And I think it earned us an emblem? Or maybe we had the one emblem already. Okay, anyway. So yeah, we can afford to buy quite a number of terraform charges. So there's a couple of spots where a creek is probably a good idea. Honestly, maybe only two. Like, I don't even know that it's worth putting a creek down on the white birch. And the thing is, because the platinum is getting plus 15 gold plus 30%. You know what I didn't do? I feel a little silly now. While we still had Eon left, instead of building up other places, what I should have done was put down the mountain and built more. We could have gotten 2 more biotica adjacent to this platinum and gotten all of the extra value for that. Yeah, that's silliness. All right. Every mountain we put down is worth plus 3. Is worth 45 plus 30% extra gold. And right now, that's probably about about a prosperity. I don't think anything else is scaling with the amount of rugged we have. I mean, that's obviously, we're way over top of that. Yeah, nothing else. Okay, so that's not an awesome yield. We're definitely, let's get some creeks. So I'm gonna buy 1 terraform charge. We're definitely putting 1 down next to the lemongrass. Do I also want 1 between the amaranth and the millet? I mean, it's a lot of extra food. Well, hold on. Before I do that, the thing is, that prevents me from putting down a sanctuary. And maybe that would be better. Sorry, not that. This. So you generate big bonus money for gem not next to plant. That's looking like a winner, right? What are my... Plus 40 food for each distinct animal within borders. That's a flat food bonus. Holy crow. Okay, and then we only have actually very low levels of the other 2 because we don't have a lot of population in those cities. So yeah, that seems pretty good. Your unique thing is 20% yields for each distinct predator bioticum in the biome. So this can get 80. We have 1. Oh boy. 1? 1. Again, depending on the meaning of distinct. I'm pretty sure this is horrible in this biome. So, let's do a micro poll here. Because I think that we absolutely want to throw the scarab down on the diamonds. Okay, we got a tarantula, which is just as good. I don't know what I want to put it on. A bullfrog, which is actually fun because it is it does add that predator tag. Do I kind of want you to pull as well? So we know we have predators aplenty in this biome. This will be good on the secretary bird. It'll be good on the rhino as well. And we would definitely want a sanctuary either of those plays. So I'm trying to figure out are we sanctuarying the lemongrass? Let me do a micro poll with you as well. So you got beetle. Okay, the lunar moth is cool. That's going to generate a little bit of extra gold from the Baron. That's pretty neat. Let's do it. Let's put down some stuff. I don't think we're beating the scarab in this area. Let's make some value from the diamond, which will make some value from the ringsmith. Wait. We should sanctuary that first. Why would I not sanctuary? Oof. All right. We're going to buy like a bunch of terraforming charges. Okay, we will generate enough for one more. I, for sure, if you could please come over here. Cannot be placed in the ocean when placing a non-emblem micro. It is placed twice. Yeah. Please sanctuary my highly valuable minerals. I'm trying a little bit harder to plan here, as you can see. So when we push this up by 50% twice, it generates all of that extra money from the ring cutter, and that honestly that's going to be a lot, right? 900 or like 1800. Okay, so yeah, that might put us over by itself, actually. And then like we know that I want to also hit the secretary bird with one of these. Right, because the secretary bird's getting the mantis for sure. $1,600 should have been enough to generate the 20 points of prosperity that we need. So I think we are good. But while we're still waiting for it to count up, I'm going to keep playing. Alright, so let's throw down double mantis here. Pretty decent yields. Pretty okay. And then you also can put down just 20 gold on somebody. I don't really know who. 20 gold goes to someone random. You can have 20 gold, friend. Just waiting for the count. And then we'll throw a flat 20 food on somebody else. There it is. I know I said I wasn't gonna like try to optimize this all the way, and I'm totally not, but I do want to just place down, please forgive me. I do want to just place down some stuff here. Let's hit this labradorite with a point of savage. And then we're also going to buy that other charge that we have access to. We're definitely going to put down a creek. This is the lemongrass, yeah. We're definitely going to put down a creek by this lemongrass because it will look pretty. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, so we got ourselves a 3-star output in all of the eras there. We got ourselves a 3-star for a new, what do you call it, a new spirit. And yeah, the overall prosperity there was going to be really high. High enough that we don't actually care how high, but it was going to be really high. Also, we're actually going to pull a lot of the remaining unlocks with this. I don't know exactly how many apexes we had left, but it can't be too much more than 12, right? Alright, let's go get them. Receive 12 rewards. I love it. So the bar is not even built for this. They didn't expect anybody to do such an incredible job. Okay, brown bear. So that's bigger, more bear. Titan fur herbivore predator. Plus 15 Plus 30 points of value for each rugged up to 100 times. That's pretty fun. The yellow diamond is I guess it's a taiga thing. Plus 100 gold if there are no more than one other copy of this biotica. It's interesting how many things there are where it's like you can have two. Because there are things that care about stuff being unique. It's weird that they don't like play together a little bit more. Hey, that's probably important. Yeah, energy. Advanced energy and toxic. Plus 60 science for each distinct element bioticum on the planet. And big bonuses if this is 8 to 12 patches away from the closest city. 75% on something that's going to have such a large base value. That seems really huge. Talc is like almost 200 science for a thing that costs no biodiversity. That's pretty fantastic. More adorable bird poles. What are you? A nightjar. All fruit gain plus 3 rugged. That's cool. And then that bird haven is apparently uncapped. That's really interesting. And is this new? Cloudberry? I don't think we've seen cloudberries before. Alright, that one's alright. Okay, citrine is a row counter for animals, up to almost 200 gold. Not bad. Got ourselves cherry trees. 50 food and tagged fruit for each different adjacent type. Okay. This thing ends up with an awful lot of tags on it if you manage to run Harmony all the way up. Then it has a lot of familiar stuff attached to it. Okay. Ooh, natural gas getting value from all of your lost tags. That's pretty cool. Siberian pine. 20, so it has base food output with a massive science bonus. That's unusual, and it's a little weird given that it's a base food bonus thing that counts rugged and doesn't provide any rugged. Ooh, blue whales. Massive food bonus for each distinct expanse bioticum. Yeah, that's really cool. And then sun coral, yeah. Seep community. This is also new for sure. Plus 4 biodiversity if adjacent to at least 1 deep and 1 element bioticum. So wait, what is deep a tag? Can things be tagged deep? Because by nature of this thing being required to be placed in the deep, I guess it's looking for the deep trait on something else. So it's not always going to be fired because it needs to be placed next to something that can only be put down in the deep. That's a little weird. I understand their desire to keep the tags and the traits separate because tags don't have any rules text and you can represent a lot of them very easily. But it is a little weird that you have things like that. They're looking for a trait and a tag to be maxed out. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. Herd leader is awesome. Yeah, okay. This thing is it's like the grass thing, but for herbivores. And it's a Savannah herd. That's, yeah, super valuable. Okay, red oat. Red oat is very straightforward. Decent yield for a 2-star with no non-apex though. Advanced element metal. Plus 30 science for each distinct tag on every bioticum in the biome. That feels like it's going to be a lot usually. And only 7 biodiversity. Interesting. That seems very, very strong to me. Shade tree is tagged monkey and critter if adjacent to at least 2 plant biotica with base food. Interesting. The monkeys will show up. It is essentially a monkey tree. sea turtle with a facial expression that's gotta be based on the sea turtles from Finding Nemo, right? Over 200 gold, lots of micro slots. That's cool. It's exactly the kind of thing you want to have multiple micro slots on. Zircon is like, yeah, is all right. It's a row counting science thing. That's totally fine. And finally, ooh, sapphire. Plus 120 gold for each biome with at least 9 biodiversity on your planet. And notice it's not saying surplus. So it's going to be fairly easy to have this thing fire at least like 500 gold. Maybe that's not that exciting for a 3-star Apex when you think about like what normal diamond is able to do or whatever. Okay, but overall, I think a very successful little experiment in being calm, taking it easy, just kind of chilling out. So, out of curiosity here, our collection. Yep, we're still missing a handful of apexes. There's just a lot. There's a lot in the game. Yeah, still some ocean stuff. Okay, well. Ooh, we've pulled all of the 3-star Savannah apexes. We don't quite have everything. There's a couple of 2 stars left. We've got all the 3 stars for the taiga as well, and almost everything. It's interesting that there is one bioticum still locked. I guess this has to be an apex, right? It's right at the left side of them. Yeah, that's really interesting. It kind of looks like a mountain goat, maybe, which I guess would make sense. Whew. Okay, well, we're cruising. We're getting there, but yeah, it turns out there's still a lot of unlocking to do because there's a lot of stuff in the game. That is going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we will be headed back towards Sludge Corp, and I don't really have a plan. When you come back next time, be ready to hear the brilliant plan that I've formulated, and we'll see you then.